Hello there again, everyone. What's up? Open World Games here. Hope you all are doing good today. And yes, we're going to dive into some Anthem news and updates because there's actually some news about Anthem. Because get this, EA's CEO is still thinking about 7 to 10 years of Anthem. And you're probably wondering, wait, what? How's that even possible considering how much of a fiasco this game has been? So we're going to be talking about that today, plus going over a bunch of other news as well. But I wanted to let you guys know something really, really cool. If you want access to my types of videos, but really short, concise videos that are like 2 minutes long, 1 to 2 minutes long, and you get your information really quick, well, I've teamed up with Amino, and basically I'm going to be creating stories for this app. You've probably heard of the Amino app. Check it out in the description below. You can basically search this app for different types of stories and then get like really quick, concise videos related to the topic that you're seeking. And, you know, one thing, you know, that I personally love to follow is open world games. So you can go in there and search for that, you know, topic, and then it will sort by the best stories that have been created. So I think that is really, really cool. Or you can go in here, you know, and actually search Cyberpunk 2077, which you guys know I'm totally hyped for this one. So I search for this one, and you'll actually find my story that I recently created about Cyberpunk 2077, and you'll learn new details about Keanu Reeves' character in Cyberpunk 2077. Again, I'm totally hyped for this one. It's a short, concise video that'll pop up on your phone, especially if you follow me and turn on notifications. So check it out in the description below if that's something you would love to see. So yeah, follow me. And then also, you know, you can search for other content creators out there as well. I saw several out there that are actually covering Cyberpunk 2077, which is really cool. And you can go in there and actually click the follow button right there and then enable notifications as well. But yeah, really cool stuff here on the Amino app. And I think it's really neat that they allow you to go in here and actually create short, concise stories. There's like tips and tricks and all sorts of cool stuff. So yeah, check it out in the description below. Follow me out there. Search my name, Open World Games. Would love to have you guys out there. You can also leave a comment, like, favorite, and do all sorts of cool stuff. So yeah, check that out. But anyway, we're going to get back into the news right now. So let's do this. So yes, EA's CEO is still thinking about 7 to 10 years of Anthem. And you're probably scratching your head like I am. How is that even possible? So this comes from Forbes. And the article goes on to say the following. There's currently a very good interview on GameDaily.biz with EA CEO Andrew Wilson, where he talks candidly about the state of Anthem, the mistakes made, and what happens going forward. Wilson discusses how different types of players are disappointed, whether they were those who were expecting a 100-hour Bioware story and didn't get it, or those who were expecting a fully fleshed out Destiny competitor and didn't get that either. Now, it goes on to say the following. If we believed that at the very core the world wasn't compelling people, if we believed at the very core that the characters weren't compelling for people, or the javelin suits weren't compelling, or traversing the world and participating in the world wasn't compelling, then provided we hadn't made promises to our players, we might not invest further, Wilson said. IP lives for generations and runs in these 7 to 10 year cycles. So if I think about Anthem on a 7 to 10 year cycle, it may not have had the start that many of us wanted, including our players. I feel like that the team is really going to get there with something special and something great because they've demonstrated that they can. So it's so weird, you know, to see this article posted considering how much it has been an absolute failure. Anthem has no doubt. Like, there's very little people you know, playing Anthem right now, and then a lot of people aren't even interested in the Cataclysm because I feel like it's this kind of arcade type thing that's been introduced suddenly. You know, it's on a timer. You know, a lot of people don't like the blue filter, and there's actually a response about that from Jesse Anderson of you know, the Anthem community manager. He says this: we put a very early version of the Cataclysm to get it into the hands of the players so they can provide feedback. The first version that went up was never meant to be the final version. So yeah, they're saying that the Cataclysm is not done yet. Here's what gets me about the Cataclysm is that it's not done yet. It's still in this like alpha beta phase, and we don't even have a release date yet, which is just mind-blowing to me. Like, even with like Fallout 76, you have a very strict roadmap that you can actually look at with this release date window, and they're actually nailing down the release dates. We've already seen their Battle Royale mode release, and that's something we definitely need for Anthem for sure. But yeah, let me know what you guys make of this. Do you think that Anthem can actually recover somehow? There are so many good games coming up here in 2019. You've got Ghost Recon Breakpoint. That's one game that I'm really looking forward to. That'll be coming out, and then right after that is a slew of other games as well. You know, a lot of stuff being offered by Ubisoft, and then the next-gen consoles are fast approaching, so BioWare has a ton of work to do if they are to, you know, get back on their feet. And the thing that I think would have to happen is they would have to, like, introduce tons of new javelins. They would have to expand the map and offer actual raid-like content. And, of course, fix the loot, which is a huge undertaking. And supposedly right now, that's something that they're working on, is actually fixing the loot system for Anthem. And we haven't even heard an update about that. Like, it's been completely silent, very dark in terms of communication for Anthem. And this brings me to one of Anthem's biggest supporters has been Paul Tessie. I'm sure you guys have heard his name. He's done a lot of the Forbes articles, and he's been like really kind of pushing for this game, rooting for it the entire time through all of this. And recently he posted out this: "I believe in Anthem. I was wrong." And that really hit me hard when I saw him post this article, because he's been holding out for hope for a very, very long time for this game. And he goes on to say the following: "Anthem feels like a betrayal. Why? Because not only was I expecting something better from it, but in those rocky early days, I went to bat for it. I always thought Mass Effect Andromeda got an overly bad rap when the main thing it needed was a few more months of fixes, not to launch in a meme-worthy state. And I have seen pretty much every looter shooter in the last decade launch with some manner of massive launch problems, be it Diablo, Destiny, or The Division. So while it was a bummer that Anthem had learned from those mistakes, it was easy to see how it should be on the road to realize its potential, like those other games did eventually, right?" Now, he goes on to say the following: "That hasn't happened, and at this point, it doesn't seem like likely to ever happen." So, that hit me hard when I read that article, of course, because I think he was like one of the last few remaining guys in the press that was like really rooting for Anthem. And I've seen, you know, articles about like The Division 2 that were super negative and how that game's not going to be really good. And even like The Division, like that was one game where there was no hope for that game ever recovering. That game did eventually actually, you know, get some really cool content, although it was really super late in its life. So we'll see what happens with Anthem. Maybe that can happen, but it would take a very, very long time at this point. Probably roughly, you know, like 2 years, a year and a half to 2 years for that to happen. Because that's what happened with, again, The Division, is that it took absolutely forever to get there. But yeah, let me know what you make of this right here. EA CEO still thinking about the 7 to 10 years of Anthem. And if that's the case, I think that the only way that Anthem would really have a true shot within the gaming space is Anthem 2, maybe, because I think that they're going to have to work like on an entirely new game down the road and come out with Anthem 2 and be like, give it another shot. I saw like an article initially when Anthem first released from one of the guys at BioWare saying, yeah, you know, if there's like major problems with Anthem and people like complain and there's things that we cannot fix with Anthem 1, we'll just, you know, start working on Anthem 2. So I guess that's the attitude right now, possibly with Anthem as a franchise right now. The same thing. I mean, I cannot believe how things just repeat themselves. The same thing happened with Star Wars Battlefront as an entire franchise, and even like Star Wars Battlefront 2, when that launched, you guys know how much of a fiasco that was. But that game, again, has turned out to be absolutely amazing, and I personally didn't even think that could recover as much as it has. So you never know, and that's why I'm going to keep you guys updated on all things Anthem. So yeah, keep looking out for videos here on Open World Games for Anthem news and updates, but let me know if you guys are holding out hope, if you think there's any sliver of hope, and if you guys have been playing Anthem, if you're looking forward to the Cataclysm, and what games you're actually playing right now and what you're looking forward to. But guys, thank you so much for the love and support again on the videos. Stay tuned for more, and be sure to follow me again out on Amino. Would love to have you guys follow me. So check that out. You can find like all sorts of cool stuff, the open world games, topics, and stories related to my favorite, topic, of course, which is open world games, Cyberpunk 2077, and then I will be covering a bunch of other games. So yeah, look out for me out there. Follow me. See the link in the description below. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.